The Chicago Bulls' first major domino strikes as the Chicago Bulls signed Pattrick Williams to a 5-year, $90 million extension. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
Tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red, yeah, I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. Listen, we got some major news. The Chicago Bulls have now officially re-signed Pattrick Williams on a 5-year, $90 million deal to retain him to the team. This was one of the bigger free agent chips for the Chicago Bulls this offseason, is deciding what to do with Pattrick Williams. Pattrick Williams, who's had an up and down career so far, not really turning into yet what Bulls fans had hoped he was going to turn into. Still some time left. I'd always maintained that AK really still did have much love for Pattrick Williams, and this front office still believes in Pattrick Williams and his future and his development. And this is a very big sign of that. This is a huge deal for Pattrick Williams on 5 years. This works out to be a annual average salary of $18 million for Pattrick Williams. And yeah, it's a big deal. And so did not expect this to be happening at this hour. The Bulls wanted to get this done apparently before free agency opens. Pattrick Williams does not even really go into restricted free agency, meets with no other teams. We got Steve-O in the building. What's going on, Steve-O? How you feeling?
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Can you give me the numbers exactly?
5 years, $90 million. That's $18 million per, basically.
It's just my only issue is we don't know how healthy he is. We don't really know the significance of the injury, and that's my only problem. Is like, I understand, like, I always felt like it was a good chance that he's gonna return because we all know how much this organization is just in love with him. It's just clear from the day we saw him, since days of Florida State. That's who they liked. And to me, I just think it's putting a lot of money towards somebody that not only is starting to show that he can't play for a long period of time. This is second season where he's missed a significant amount of time due to injury. And now, even with this injury currently being even murkier, I don't know if I'm trying to give him that type of money right now.
I mean, honestly, 18 million per is not that. When you see some of the deals that are being given out, 18 million, this type, oh my bad, C-Dub, 18 million per is the exact type of deal that role players are paid. Like, this is not paying Pattrick Williams like he's some star player. This is the type of money that role players are now making in the NBA. How you feeling, Big Kev?
They have to do more in terms of transforming their roster. Hey, we want to, change some things. Bringing back a player that hasn't really been reliable is not something that I'm excited about. But locking him up, he's still super young. Perhaps this signing will have the same type of effect that it had on Kobe White. Because after Kobe White signed his deal, he came back even hungrier. And I think Pattrick Williams might come back hungry. But we've been waiting on this young man to kind of show us what he's made of pretty much since he's been here. And last year he was doing better, but he got hurt. So maybe coming back from this injury and having a secure check can motivate him to reach higher heights. So that's what I'm going to look forward to, is seeing how he reacts to this, as opposed to just saying, well, I don't like it or not, because, we got to see what happens.
Yeah. Dub, how you feeling?
Hey, when to add on to my boy Kev, what up, Kev? When Pattrick Williams was his best during the season last year, in that hiatus when we had all that craziness with Zach out the lineup, with DeMar DeRozan out the lineup, he really was playing very well without those guys. So I just think that these guys just can't see, because I think they right there with Pattrick Williams. It's just that things keep happening. He get injured. He's not going, he ain't going as fast as people want to in his development and stuff like that. So They like, we not finna give him away, and we so close where he finna break through. They just think this guy will break through. So I think it's a good job by them anyway by keeping him too. It's a good job.
It is a sign of faith, but like I said, we also got to acknowledge that this is where the NBA is going. And me and Bobby talked about this a little bit when we did NBA Central yesterday. Is that the $100 million contracts are about to start becoming the norm, and that's for role players. I still remember when the first $100 million contract was signed, and how big of a deal that was in the NBA. I believe that was Kevin Garnett, if I'm not mistaken,
It was KG.
who signed the first.
Yeah, it was KG.
Signed first $100 million deal. But now we've reached the place now where this is going to be what role players are paid. 18 million average is, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head, is about 13% of the salary cap. That's almost comparable to like almost your $10 million deals just 5 or 6 years ago. That's where we're at right now.
It makes sense to me, man. I'm not mad at it, and I'm going with what I think the front office believe in, bro. They believe in this kid, bro. They believe in him. Steve, I ain't hear you, bro. I know I missed that, bro.
And for people who are asking, what does this mean for the cap? Keep in mind, Pattrick Williams' cap hold was $29 million, meaning that's how much his cap hold was. His qualifying offer was $13 million. I told you guys, rarely ever does anybody sign for less than their qualifying offer. And so this was always going to be about $15 to $18 million was always going to be the range that Pattrick Williams is going to get re-signed at. The Bulls get this done. I'm sure we'll hear the details of the contract, if not tonight, sometime tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of maybe even games played provision to where maybe he can raise, like Kobe White had certain barriers in his contract that could raise it up. I think he hit all those last year. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of incentives in here for Pattrick Williams as well.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Hey, I'm go ahead, Steve-O, please. Oh, he muted,
Steve-O. You muted, bro.
No, I was just saying I ain't tripping about it. It just, I don't know. It's just like you said, it's a faith move. But if we talking about faith, I'm not a fan of our discernment. I'm just being honest.
Preach, preacher.
I'm just being quite honest with you. Like there was very few moves that they have made when I I have 100% confidence of them making this move right now. We've just seen this whole debacle with Lonzo's injury. We didn't know how serious it was until it was. I'd be damned if we get this motherfucker some money and it's an injury that we ain't ready for.
I'm right there with you, Steve-O.
I mean, I can feel that.
I can't be mad at your trepidatious approach to the situation because at the end of the day, we don't know how hurt the young man is. But the plus side is he's still super duper young. And the Bulls wanted to get younger. That's obviously the direction that they're going with. And they're staying young by keeping 22, 23-year-old Pattrick Williams on the squad to go along with Josh Giddey and Matis as well. So I'm not too mad at them at least taking a flyer out on them, because the last thing we want to see is what Bulls fans have been seeing with some of these players who leave. They go somewhere else and they develop, they flourish, and we sitting here like, oh my God, I can't believe we lost another player. I'm not sure that's going to happen with P. Will, but we've seen it. And that's what I think the Bulls don't want to do, is because last season we were in the same boat with Kobe. It was like, should we let him go? Should we bring him back? We brought him back and Kobe had a career year. Should have won 6th Man of the Year. So they're banking on perhaps maybe they're finally starting to develop young players the way that they hadn't, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. When you start to look at the team that we got, it's a little bit of talent there. It's a little talent.
It's a lot. It makes sense too. It makes sense too now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't want to see the offense. I don't want to see the lineup with him not on this team right now.
You know what I'm saying?
So at the same time, it's like, I get it, because it's like that's a defensive line, that's a defensive gap we're gonna be missing alongside people gonna be playing out of position. Yeah,
and he shoots the three at a high,
and he shoots at a really good percentage. The volume could take some work, but I always go back to Big Kev's earlier point, is that when we've seen Pattrick Williams look his best and the most consistent, you really have to go back to December of this year. That's when Zach was out, DeMar was out, and Pattrick Williams looked different. We saw the ball move around more freely, him moving without the ball, the team moving the best that he did without the ball. And at that point in time, he gave you averages that were, again, they're still, I get it. He's always going to get the stickler as being the 4th overall pick, but month of December, the whole month of December, and I don't know how many games, I'll count them later, 14 points per game on 52% shooting, 50% from 3. He also 4.5 rebounds, two steals, 1 block. I'm sorry, 1 steal, 1 block, and 2 assists per game. And in the month of December, he only had 4 games of scoring in single-digit points. That, if you can unlock that, Pattrick Williams, consistently at 22 years old, that's more than worth $18 million.
Would you say?
I agree.
Who should Pattrick Williams go spend some time with? Jaylen Brown?
No, but listen, there's no other player. He needs to spend some time with the therapist to get unlock in his head what's going on. Because that's the only thing with Pattrick Williams. It's not about his skill set. It's not he has a great modern day skill set. It's just that Pattrick Williams isn't consistently engaged. And that's largest part on him. But you also got to look at coaches, because at the end of the day, a great coach is going to be like, no, shoot the goddamn ball, bro.
Yes.
And too often it's Pattrick Williams' passiveness rewarded by them just saying, all right, bet we're gonna go offense through other people.
Yeah, and now that gravity is gone, well, supposedly it's gonna be gone. Maybe both of these guys be gone. He's gonna see more ball movement, especially with a pass first point guard and Josh Giddey. You got maybe, I'm just saying maybe, Lonzo Ball comes back 50, 60, 70%. He's a pass first point guard. Kobe White is it's a lot of talent here. Maybe he can. We got to wait and see here now.
Yeah, like we all know it's a confidence thing with him, because we've seen him go on like, goddamn, that's what we want to see. Yeah, and like there's times with some, like, I just wish we had and it's not even the head coach. I hope that the new coaching staff that we bringing in are just telling him, like, bro, there's many ways you can impact this game without us making a play for you. Like, you're 6'7" and you're a great athlete. We've seen him jump higher on rebounds than dunks. Dude, you can go in the lane and just cut to the basket, and that's 15 points a game off that.
And honestly,
just moving.
We saw him start to do it at a certain point last season, right? The backdoor cut, the little baseline backdoor cut, and he got big dunks out of. He caught a couple of bodies. So let's see, man. Perhaps this time off is got his mind. He getting his mind right. Maybe, some time at the flower shop with his moms, having some deep conversations. Who knows what's happening? But hopefully he comes ready to play come October, because that's what I'm excited about.
Over tulips.
I need to debunk something real quick, and this is something that I need to, and this is why I think it's important. So often do you hear so many people say Pattrick Williams has to move back to the 3. And part of the reason that I think people do that, of course, is because his rookie year, he started at the 3. But does anybody want to guess the percentage of minutes that Pattrick Williams played at the 3 his rookie year, when everybody keeps saying,
18.
oh my,
72.
Dub?
50.
He played only 40% of his minutes at the 3 his rookie year. 58% of his minutes were at the 4. We got it. Pattrick Williams is a 4 in the modern NBA. It's just the mindset. Yeah. Nothing fixes itself by moving Pattrick Williams to the 3. Nothing. This constant thought of, oh, well, he'd be so much. It's all in Pattrick Williams' head. He can play 3, don't get me wrong. He can also play 4. But nothing magically changes itself by just moving Pattrick Williams to the 3. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's not a big difference between the position. Like there's different. It's the different. It's like
you're right.
I'm about to say you got your certain rules and everything, but when it's positionless basketball, especially now, if you a 3, you getting guard. You got to guard some guards, and we all know there's some 3s, and there's definitely some guards that he just can't stay in front of.
But I agree with you guys. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take you all the way back 2 years ago. That last game of the season against Minnesota, he played the 3 most of the game. He absolutely tortured Anthony Edwards.
Can I ask you a question?
For 35 minutes, Anthony Edwards was playing the 3 that game too. He was a small 4. Go ahead.
And Anthony Edwards ain't a 3.
I know, but he played the 3.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like if you going up against somebody that ain't supposed to be playing the 3, he got his.
And here's the thing: that's not to say that P. Will won't find himself in a lineup in which he is the 3. That's modern NBA as well. When they go small, he could be the 3. He could be the 4. He could be the 5. That's just how basketball goes these days. I think people are kind of focusing a little bit too much on
for
that.
example, I'm gonna put the pressure on JR. Tell me eloquently what changes by him moving to the 3. I need an actual answer. Tell me what changes by him moving to the 3, either offensively or defensively.
He said he bodies any normal 3. That's one of his answers right there.
That's just not true.
Okay. Paul George, do he body? Hell no. Kawhi Leonard, do he body? Hell no. KD, do he body? Hell no.
But you just
LeBron,
named. I guess
They're
they abnormal.
Giannis,
These all abnormal threes.
Them exceptional players.
But that's who he got to guard on a nightly basis.
I guess that is the norm.
The thing is, it's not about who he can guard anybody, but it's about like what he can still guard threes playing the 4. Where do we see so many switches? This is the modern NBA again. Nothing switch. Every lineup in his NBA career, he's been more productive at the 4. Overall box plus minus. Everything at the 4. There's not much that changes being at the 3. It just doesn't.
So drip, we said Montes is eventually gonna end up at the 4.
More than likely, I would say more.
So,
there's a higher chance than not that he ends up at the 4.
Especially if he game 1.
So who's at the 3 when he's at the 4? It's got to be Pat, correct?
Who's the same Pat still on his team?
So
I mean, well, this deal I think says that because if Mattis Bucilis isn't a 4 in 5 years, then he's probably just gonna be a 3. That's all I'm saying. Like
I don't know if he's gonna be a 4 ever.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Why not?
It depends on his genetics. Like everybody is in. Like if you look at like for Giannis, if you look at Giannis is big as hell. So it's in his it's in his.
You call him Giannis?
Are you talking about the Nas?
Giannis, what the fuck is that? The Nas? I don't give a damn.
Oh, the Nas. I almost forgot about him.
He sucks. Why are we trying to remind what his name?
No, I forgot who he was. Yeah.
Anyway. Everybody don't have the same structure. For example, I don't think like Chet can put on muscle, but I don't ever think he's going to be 240.
Well, we're not expecting Montes to become 240 either.
No, you talking about Chet. He said
no,
Chet
I get it. The whole point, at
least when him at 230, we talking about him playing the 4.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, even 230 might not be enough, bro. Because like I tell people that I'm 220, and just about looking at me, you can't tell. So like,
I was just saying that because that's around.
And this was how the NBA is changing. Because I heard Steve-O just say you want somebody at the 4 playing at 230. The average weight for a power forward, like let's just go over average weight and height for a power forward in 2023-24. Does anybody want to take a guess? Again, you guys know I love my numbers.
I'm gonna say 215.
I'm gonna say I like 215, but I'm gonna go 220. I like 215.
225.
The average weight, Kev was actually right, for a power forward in 2023-24 was 213 pounds. And guess what the height is? 6'6" and a half.
Oh, 6'6".
We live in the modern NBA. Go ahead.
In my day, these motherfuckers ain't lifting weights either.
Bro, that's shocking. 6'6".
These kids are actually in the gym, bro.
You gotta think about it. Think of Zion.
Yeah,
that's a prime example.
But that's
6'6". But I'm talking about height. I'm talking about the height side.
Yeah.
6'6". Like you got people like
Charles
Isaiah
Barkley was
Stewart.
6'4". Charles Barkley was
Isaiah
6'4".
Stewart's playing the 4 and the 5, and he's 6'6".
He is.
No, Alex Caruso played most of his minutes at the 4 last year. The Bulls brought down the average height probably alone by an inch.
Bro, the game has changed. The game has changed, bro. Let a 6'6" power forward try to play back in the day, bro. What?
Charles
You had to
Barkley
be.
No,
how tall was Dennis Rodman?
That's it. Him and
James Maxwell.
Yeah. How tall was Dennis
What was
Rodman?
buddy out of Charlotte, the old dude out of Charlotte. What was his name?
Larry Johnson. You talking about
Larry Johnson?
Yeah.
He played
How big was Dennis Rodman?
Grandmama. Dennis Rodman 6'8". 6'9".
Yeah. So they did it. They did it in the 90s.
But they were all of these players was extraordinary.
Extraordinary,
bro. Like them dudes can literally elbow the side of a building and cause a small earthquake.
I mean, theoretically, if you're looking into the future, theoretically, honestly, Mattis and Pattrick Williams, if they end up being your forwards of the future, it's about matchup. That you can play either one of them. They're just starting at forward. That's either one.
Oh, that's
I was trying to
100%.
catch BLJ.
No, go ahead. No, you can put it up there. Go ahead.
I was trying to catch
I-
BLJ's comment, but they
Oh.
coming in too quick. He was saying that Pattrick Williams' contract wasn't a robbery, but Leroy's is.
Well, if you pay Leroy anything over $5, it's a robbery.
Honestly, a
It's-
name like Leroy, everything is a robbery.
Is he gonna be on the team? Is he gonna be?
He
on
has
the
to
team?
be. He's on a guaranteed contract. Ain't nobody taking him away.
Man, cut his.
Eco Bean say that Rodman was 6'6" at most.
That's crazy, bro. We really
JR,
seen that man
he's
play
not.
some
That's why I just
game.
went over the numbers. He's not undersized at the 4. This is the modern NBA. Like if we're talking 8 years ago, absolutely all you guys are right. Everybody was saying that is right. But
Y'all do realize
unfortunately now that's where we
y'all
are.
do
Go ahead.
realize Bam Adebayo was a center this whole career.
No,
Like,
yeah,
At
that's what I'm saying.
6'9".
Yeah, and that's
being
6'9"
nice.
is a little generous.
I'm about to say
Yeah,
you being
exactly.
nice with that 6'9".
Yeah.
Yeah, he about
That's
6'8", 6'7".
Yeah.
Hey, Clint Capella, 6'10", playing.
So and that's why I say it's all about the mental. And at the end, I know we got sidetracked with this. It's all about if you're the Bulls and giving them this deal are hoping that Pattrick Williams at some point wakes the fuck up and realizes and that Pattrick Williams is strong as hell as an ox. Like I've seen Pattrick Williams play in person. The size and the way that this dude moves out there could be so special. He just has to move with intention, and he has to actually act like he understands that if you just with the quickness and combination of speed and strength that he has, this dude can be a monster. He just has to wake up. If you took Javonte Green's brain out and put it in Pattrick Williams' body, top 20 player in the NBA. I'm telling you right now.
Top 20.
You
Lord.
just describe Get Out.
Yeah, but it's not racial, so it's not really Get Out. Like
Skeleton
keeping everything black in that case.
Oh, that's true. I'll give you that.
I'd even double down on that, Drip, and that was a great point. If you look at the Chicago Bulls roster and with Zach leaving, who is the closest to getting some max money on this team?
Real quick, somebody just compared him
Kobe?
to Marcus Pfizer, but go ahead.
Nah, not Kobe.
Nah,
I think
come
it's
on now.
bad. I think it's
Max?
bad. Max.
Yeah, if DeMar and Zach are off
Zach
this
out.
roster, Pattrick Williams has the highest contract, I believe, on this roster.
Oh, you talking about now? I thought you
Who's
talking
the
about
closest
just giving
to that?
somebody them
Yeah,
like who's getting the next max
You talking about,
contract.
if everything was clear, which player are you giving the max to?
Who
Kobe.
has a better chance to get the max?
Kobe White. Right now, Kobe
think
White.
so?
Kobe.
Yeah,
Right now,
easily.
Kobe.
100%.
What if
It's
Patrick
easily
come
Kobe.
out and average 19 and 8?
Then
Okay, well then that's him, but he
that's
has
a difference. That's a
you said
difference.
right now.
How you gonna ask a
Like-
right now question to say, well,
he can't get
hypothetically?
19
This motherfucker-
But wait,
We don't
that's
even know if I don't even know if
that's
he
gonna
could go
be
to the
easily
bathroom on his
accessible
own
with
right
no
now.
Zach or no DeMar. He can't get us 19 and 8. That's easily. We
He
won't
Hey,
better
get
be
hey,
able to.
He should.
So-
That's
Hey,
real.
I don't even know if he could go downstairs to get him some juice on his own.
I know about the
Greenwood. I can't say
Yeah, I
that
know
Patrick Williams
Steve-O.
lazy though. I can't say that he lazy, bro. Can't say
No,
that.
it's not. It's not a lazy thing. It's a want. It's a difference between fucking Aiden is lazy.
Yeah,
That's
DeAndre
lazy.
Ayton is lazy
That's lazy.
for sure.
What you're seeing with Pat is, dude, you're 6'7" and you know how to play basketball. Act like it. That's what he needs to hear in his ear.
Yeah, he has
Versus
to, like-
Aiden. Aiden got all the tools. He just don't give a damn.
Well, they're both. They're the all-time lazy team. Like they're like Pattrick Williams and DeAndre Ayton are two people that are so as somebody who was 5'10", barely. Seeing these two big motherfuckers be so lazy with their God-given talents is it's fucking disgusting. To be 100% honest with you, bro.
5'10".
Fair, bro.
Yeah. Oh yes, nigga. If C-Dub is 5'9", nigga, I'm definitely 5'10". If C-Dub is 5'9", I may be 6 foot. Let's just be real here, bro.
You been waiting for that one, bro.
First of all,
It was in
C-Dub
the
gotta
clip.
clarify. He said that's what the doctor said.
That's what Dr. said, gang. Y'all gonna argue with medicine?
See
That's
Dub
crazy.
feet dangling right now in that chair, bro. Like, come on, let's be real here,
I'll
bro.
bet you it ain't. I'll bet you it ain't. It's on the ottoman, y'all.
Hell no. Oh Lord.
Hey, that was a weird ass thing, bro. I'm thinking I'm gonna walk into a group full of giants, These
It
motherfuckers
just
come in this
us.
bitch stocky as hell, little as fuck. What the hell?
First of all,
It's just me and you.
you are the giant. What do you mean you thought you was gonna walk in the room
Exactly.
full of
I,
giants?
nigga, I thought it was a company. I thought I found a new community. Shit. Boy,
Nah,
I came
it's
in this
just me and
better
you, bro. It was just me and you.
bro, it's just Kev in this motherfucker.
No, you can't even. Kev is different though, because Kev is like Kev moved like his knee may fall off at any point in time. You know how you
Damn.
had that toy that you couldn't play too hard with because you just
Like-
knew that the ankle was gonna come off. That's how Kev moved. Steve will walk like he just like, I wish a nigga would pop something off. Like he's
bro.
like,
Yeah,
and he just be looking too like.
a bouncer. I'm just
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we know Steve O used to be a bouncer. Steve O be surveying like, yep, I beat that motherfucker ass. Yep, I beat that motherfucker ass too. And my quiet ass is waiting for something to pop off.
Nah,
Hey, I'm about to say
all
he
of
the
us did
motherfucker
that.
that be scared. I was there like, nigga, is you all right?
Hey, no, bro, I'm always ready for something to pop off, bro. Like it just is what it is. BL Jets and C-Dub gonna get a knee BL and
Oh
ropes all
wow!
Hey, DBL
promise
is
you.
What is that?
I was
That-
struggling with that. I had to read that like 7
Brandon L.
times,
Jan,
bro.
what the hell did you
A
just make up,
DBL.
bro?
Hey, I'm telling you right now.
This
Brandon
man
L.
is a
Jan-
pimp and a scientist, bro. What?
I'm
Listen,
feeling that
Jazz,
shit.
No,
I'm
I
just telling you
saw a
that
video
right
of a
now.
dude that did that. He went from like 5'9" to 6'7" or something like that, like with Dr.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, people be getting that surgery, but then your arms are still small. So now you're
Right.
walking around with
And it's like-
disproportionate arms,
and it's,
bro.
it's other things
You
that
look like
still
a damn
small too, my
tadpole.
nigga. Like then you ain't finna just randomly.
Hell no.
Coming that motherfucker like a weird ass,
And
built
then
like
so
a
you-
weird ass grasshopper.
You
So then you
feel me?
go from 5'7" to 6 feet, but you got a size 7.5. Like,
Right.
what's
It's dumb as
happening,
hell,
bro?
nigga tripping all over yourself. What's wrong with him, bro?
You just a shrimp. You just
crazy.
you just selling dreams at this point.
So
A
Patrick
BBL is crazy.
Patrick, I remember when Zach signed his contract. When Zach signed his contract for the next season or the next 2 seasons, people were really focusing on that whenever he underperformed. Do you all feel like this is going to be the same way for P.
Hell
Will?
yeah. That's gonna be anybody that plays in the city of Chicago. They get paid.
Well, the difference is though is that Kobe had been like showing the flash. Like I know the stat sheet for Kobe didn't really show much before last year, but if you watch those games, you understood how Kobe was understanding pace a little bit more, understanding when to tackle a little bit more. His defense has started round out, especially that weak side defense. So like Kobe making the leap, yeah, nobody expected it to be what it turned into, but it was a lot better than what it was right now. Another one from JR says, let me ask you a question. Can P. Will get busy on Aaron Gordon or Michael Porter? Yeah. And guess what? Both those
Definitely
guys
Michael Porter.
and I think he has gotten
Michael
busy against
Yeah.
both of them before. So
Yeah, he match up pretty well against those guys. He's strong against Aaron
Like-
Gordon, and man,
I'm about to say the difference between Eric Gordon is he got more skill than Aaron Gordon.
yes,
Imran asks,
Yes.
he asks an interesting question. Assuming that Zach and Debo gets traded, if the Bulls roll with Giddey, Kobe, Ayo, P. Will, and I guess Matz's starting next season, would you be okay with that? We would have to be. I would be
Say
okay
that
with
again.
if the Bulls have a starting
Nah.
lineup going into next season. Giddey, Kobe,
Giddey,
Ayo,
Kobe,
P. Will.
Hell no.
bro,
Hell no.
no, because to me, I get why he's getting that, and Io can play on the wing, but to me, at that point, you don't want to start Io at the 3. You want Io coming off the bench as your guard that you know you can trust. He's still going to play about 30 minutes. I think at that point, I'm starting Mattis at the 3. My personal opinion.
But who he got at center? He ain't got a center
He
on
put
here.
a fifth one
He
out
will gotta be center.
there. Well, he
Oh,
didn't
he
put a
will
fifth
gotta
player out
say.
there. There was no fifth player in the Bulls. I mean, right now they got Vooch, but they actively shopping him.
Give me a
So-
center. Put a center on that, and then let me answer that. Put a center on that.
Yeah, because if they do have like the room, I'm just gonna use it because it's rumored. Let's say they got Clint Capella there. I won't hate that because of his ability to run and block shots. Like you're not looking for him to like do anything isolation offense wise. But at that point, you're basically looking at everybody else offensively to be involved. And basically Clint Capella's role at that point is get these offensive rebounds, get putbacks, or get it back out so we can run another set.
Oh yeah, that lineup right there with Clint Capella, you definitely gonna be ball movement exclusively.
Yeah.
You got Kobe. He can isolate a little bit though. Kobe can
Archangel, like, is that his nickname? That's his nickname? Okay.
Patty
Okay.
Cakes. Oh,
Kev
don't
just up
call
there
that
choosing
man Patty
comments. That's crazy.
Cakes. What? Patty Cakes. Bro, he's 6'8". You is not saying that to his face, bro.
I mean, his girl give him tulips on his birthday. What's so wrong?
He is.
Crazy. Any last
Hey, he
thoughts
like
before we go to this
flowers.
deal,
Some men
man?
like flowers. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to P. Will. He wanted a max contract coming into the season, and he did have a strong December. It looked like he was going to finish out the season strong, but he got hurt. Let's see if he can go out there and perform. 5 years is crazy. Like that, you don't see those types of contracts
it's
too
4.
often these days.
Is
No,
it
it's
4?
5. Did he have any options? We haven't heard the details of like all the.
We haven't.
intricacies.
I'll check real quick to see if we've heard any extra things. Oh, and just to
Already.
put this in perspective, and I'm glad that somebody just put this out here. $18 million a year will be the mid-level exception by 2026. So they basically gave P. Will mid-level exception money.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
I
bad.
just want. I
But yeah,
don't.
no
the
details
money
on
ain't the money was never the issue to me. It's just get healthy. That's all I'll compare. That's all I'm saying. Get healthy.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, y'all. No other thoughts?
Hey man, congratulations, P. Will. If this, when this happens, congratulations. Now we got higher expectations for this young man. Now we need to see it on the court now, for real. No
That's
BS.
fair. Yeah, we got to start seeing more consistency out of Pattrick Williams. As soon as this season, we have to start seeing more of it.
We got to, bro.
So, but yeah, let's hope that
What up,
that's the
Corn?
case.
V Dog.
Corn. Oh, well, Corn's in
Nas.
Cali. I was about to say, why is Corn up? Yeah, he's probably high.
Damn, 552.
Dion, we see you, Brody. Y'all smashed that like button on the way out, though.
I heard that.
I'm about to say,
that-
why
I heard
y'all
that
up?
they had a drug test Corn at his job, and he literally pissed out a tree. I literally heard that was the case.
Damn, bro.
Hey,
That
that's
hurt.
wild, Corn.
That sound like it hurt.
Yeah, like a tree was literally there. So, but there you guys go, man. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. Go and check C-Dub and Bobby out at the Cognac Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys, man. We'll be breaking it all down all off season, man. Make sure you guys stay tuned in and locked in with us. But we'll see you guys in the morning when I drop the daily. I'm tired.